be the 2019 football season because it was just amazing, and we grew as a family and became brothers, which I loved.
I think my favorite memory from Houston would have to be the track and field practices leading up to the 2019 state championships. I really bonded with my teammates and my coaches, and we really became family.
Oh, I liked Mr. Boyer's music, like walking down the hall and he was like blaring his music on his little cart.
And my favorite memory at Houston probably has to be just my friends and, you know, the choir program, because I've been in choir for 4 years. It's always been a big part of me, as well as my friends. I'm thankful for all the friends that I've had and all the friends that I have.
My favorite memory from my time at Houston was when I did a 40-minute wall sit during study hall, and Carlos didn't even get mad at me. He let me listen to music during it, and then Will Gusmus gave me $300, but then Miss Jones made me give the money back.
In the parking lot before school, sitting with my friends, listening to music, eating our breakfast, just talking and laughing before we got the day started.
My favorite senior year memory was getting to stand in the front row at all the football games every Friday night and getting to cheer on the football team while they completed the best record in school history.
First period, Mr. Jones' class, physical science, because we did so much fun stuff in there.
Going upstairs for lunch, sitting in the bathrooms for clubs,
Sitting in the hallway, walking around the hallway during class.
Actually is when we stormed the field this year.
My favorite memory at Houston was just seeing my friends every day and hanging out with them and meeting new people and meeting new teachers.
Probably my freshman year when we had the Carnival versus Houston football game. Winning that was really nice because it had been like this long rivalry, and we stormed the field after. I'd probably say that was it.
Being on the bowling team and also student government and being vice president, and also planning all the pep rallies, those were always so fun.
My favorite memory from Houston is being a part of the Houston band choir.
It's going to be all the band trips I've had throughout the years, going to Disney, Florida, freaking cruise. Like, I loved all the band trips. They were fantastic.
My favorite memory of Houston High School was probably Mr. Hiron's criminal justice class. I had him for 3 years. It was great. I knew him from freshman year all the way up to senior year. He was definitely my favorite teacher. He really just taught me what I wanted to do with my life and sort of gave me that sort of direction.
I'd have to say my favorite memory at Houston was probably Miss Garrison's African American Lit class senior year. I got to learn so much more about African culture and just a lot of things that I just didn't know.
My favorite memory was participating in the showcase day.
My favorite memory at Houston was probably the track meets and the trips that we went on, because I gained so many great memories from those.
Was our senior homecoming. It was really fun, and just seeing everyone all together for our last homecoming. It was really great. I enjoyed seeing everybody all dressed up. It was just really fun.
My favorite high school memory is definitely playing on one of the best football teams that has ever played at Houston High School. I also wanted to say thank you to all my teachers and coaches and friends that I've made along the way.
Making it to the volleyball state finals for the very first time in Houston history. It was a really great accomplishment for me and my team, and I'm very, very proud.
Our
winning homecoming queen.
The homecoming queen.
Oh yes, was that fun?
Yes.
My favorite memory of Houston has to be when I was new sophomore year, and it was the first week of school, and Ellie Sanders was in a few of my classes already, and I didn't know anybody, so I kind of just walked up to her, and I told her that I was new, and I didn't know anybody, and I just told her to her face, I was like, we're friends now, and it worked out somehow, and so we're friends still to this day, and I'm really grateful for our friendship and how she didn't think that I was too weird when I went up to her like that.
Definitely winning the 4x4 relay with my track team. Livy and Lily, all of them, I just love them to death. That was just an unreal experience to win that, and all that work is going to pay off. It was just so much fun.
My favorite memory from Houston High School is all the Friday night football games and basketball games.
My favorite memory at Houston was playing stand tunes and performing with the Houston band at football games.
My favorite memory at Houston is definitely the classy versus trashy football game at home when we beat Collierville in the freezing cold, pouring rain. I think it was my sophomore year. I probably should have left at halftime, but me and my friends decided to stick it out, and I'm glad I did. That's a memory I'll never forget.
And my favorite memory was cheering on the Mustangs in the stands with my friends.
My favorite memory of my time at Houston was probably sophomore year. We were playing Carterville in soccer at Carterville, and we beat them. And the whole student section stormed the field, and that was pretty awesome.
I'm Ethan Burns, and my favorite high school memory is seeing all the students rush the field after we beat Whitehaven to move on to the state semifinals.
Well, funny one is when Alejandro accidentally called 911 on his extremely broken phone in Quinn's class. That was just kind of funny.
It was like the third game of the playoffs. We went against Whitehaven, and we beat them 27-6. And that was like the first time in like over 5 years that Houston had ever beaten Whitehaven. So that was a pretty big deal for us. And of course, going to the state semifinals.
I have two favorite memories. The first being junior prom, because it was just the most amazing night with all my best friends, and I'm going to cherish those memories forever. And I'm glad that even though our class didn't get our ideal senior prom, at least we had a pretty awesome junior prom to remember. And my second favorite memory would have to be being the captain of the girls varsity bowling team this year. We put in so much time and hard work. We became the best of friends throughout all of it, and we made it to regionals for the first time in over 15 years, which is quite the accomplishment, and I'm so proud of us.
My favorite memory at Houston High School was that I hang out with my friend.
When I was with my Hispanic dance team at the University of Memphis competing for Houston, I really and truly enjoyed expressing the dance and being able to share my culture with my friends.
One memory that really sticks out was the Model UN trip we had to Alabama this year, and one night we all got in inflatable sumo wrestler costumes and we just ran throughout the hotel, which was really fun.
It was the homecoming dance. I had so much fun with my friends. It was literally a great night.
I think my favorite part about Houston is teachers, because they're hard in class when they need to be. They teach you what you need to know, whether it's for the next year, for college, or just life in general. But they're also there for you. Like, they care about each of their students, and they're super loving. And if I ever have an issue, school or personal, they're there to help me. And I think that's so cool.
Me and a couple friends at lunch decided to start clapping randomly one day and got the entire cafeteria to clap for no reason.
I liked when we brought the Ducks homecoming week of junior year.
And they were in the lobby.
They were in the lobby, and then I had to carry them around for the rest of the day and for a pep rally.
Next week, everybody come out. Hi, Larry, my baby came, baby. I get it, you be no. Get it, everybody get it, get it, when the back way I can get it, Mamma Mia.
Hey, I'm James Lowry. My favorite memories are getting to be in shows that the theater department did, especially dancing with flippers on during Mamma Mia.
Just seeing my friends during school, at lunch, in the hallways, doing fun activities with teachers.
Mine was just senior year and all, homecoming week, football, and just being under the same roof as everybody.
My favorite memory at Houston is every single Friday night.
My favorite memory at Houston was all the football games. I was in the marching band, so performing at halftime was always something that I look forward to and something that I'm going to miss a lot.
My favorite memory of Houston High School is just sitting in the parking lot with my friends, just talking through life at 7 a.m. in the morning, so we had a good spot. And we had boy problems, we had school problems, but we were always there for each other in the morning and just talked through everything.
My favorite memory here at Houston is the pep rallies, because I was the hype man. I used to get the crowd pumped up for the big game we were going to win, and tell them that we were going to win and be the best in the state, win the state championship. It was fun. I loved the dancing and the music and all the challenges and the coaches speaking. It was a once in a lifetime experience. The pep rallies are the best in high school, to be honest.
I think my favorite memory of Houston right now would have to be getting to spend time with my friends every day and getting to see them, because I can't do that anymore, so that kind of sucks.
Was when I tripped down the stairs in 9th grade, and the stairs were just large, and my toes gave out on me. It was just an unfortunate situation.
My most embarrassing moment was when I took a nap in my car before school, and nobody woke me up, and I walked into school 15 minutes late.
In my biology class, sometimes if I had like a bad day, I would do really bad on a test or bad on the lab. And so when we would get the grades back the next day, there was a guy that I thought was really cute in my biology class, and he would always see that bad grade. And so my friend Reed Bertman would always be like, "Oh, did you happen to see what Danielle got on this or what Danielle got on that?" And it was just really embarrassing for me because I thought he was cute.
Probably would be my sophomore year. I tripped and fell down the stairs really, really bad. And I didn't know anybody then, so when it happened, people were sort of just staring at me. And I was a little embarrassed, but it was okay.
My most embarrassing moment was when I chipped my tooth in art class freshman year on a granola bar.
When one time in choir, there's a performance, and the girl who had a lead solo, she walked off stage at the beginning of the song because she had stage fright, and we were all kind of like, okay. But yeah, that was very awkward for the whole choir.
Freshman year, I broke my ankle and I had a scooter, and I got someone's umbrella, and in the middle of PE, I just charged at someone and jousted, and I just completely fell over and had to go back to the nurse's office because I hurt myself again.
It was probably getting pants in the locker room freshman year.
Is when I fell down the staircase freshman year in the gym, the whole just...
It was the second week of senior year, and I accidentally left my phone on top of my car in the morning. And I got to first period, and I thought one of my friends had taken it as a joke, and so I started harassing everyone to give it back. But no one would confess and say they had it, and I was making kind of a scene. And so Miss Christie suggested I check my locker in my car just to be safe. And I got out to my car, and there it was on the roof. So I had to go back in the classroom and apologize to everyone, and it was really embarrassing.
Almost every year, I have walked into the wrong class at least once.
The time you made me try your coffee in the middle of the hallway during class change, it was disgusting, and I almost spit it out everywhere.
I walked into the main office door. It just kind of hit me in my face, and I was like...
Well, I fell in front of the crossing guard, and my book bag came open and all my stuff came out, and then yeah, it was just a rough morning.
I spilled my water bottle all over the math hallway, and then I caused a caution sign.
I think it was sophomore year. I was going up the stairs and I tripped, and it was awful. It was probably the worst thing that has ever happened to me.
Was definitely first day of band camp my freshman year, and they gave us Chick-fil-A for lunch with ketchup packets. Well, mine wouldn't open, so I had the brilliant idea to squeeze it really hard, and it ended up all over my shirt. And so my mom had to bring me a new shirt.
Probably second semester freshman year, I was bald because they shaved our heads for soccer that year.
My most embarrassing moment would have to be from this year. I was walking up the stairs before school, and I literally just tripped and fell face first, and water went everywhere. It was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. But we got it cleaned up, so it turned out fine.
Oh, all of them? You loved all of your teachers?
I would definitely say Miss Davis is my favorite teacher. She was always there to kind of help me through situations that I needed help, and she would always give me her personal opinion and things, and it really helped me be able to decide certain things and what I should and shouldn't do.
My favorite teacher at Houston would be Danita Mullins. Shout out to you. Hearts out.
My favorite teacher was probably Coach Bell. He's a really funny guy and just always made me laugh.
My first teacher would be Mr. Shatter. When I came from that private school and I started Houston, I didn't really know how public school worked, and Mr. Schneider was just a great teacher, and he helped me whenever he could. He was awesome. He's actually the reason I ended up passing math. My second teacher is Mr. Juno. Mr. Juno's an awesome teacher, and he's just funny to talk to, and he's a great person.
My favorite teacher at Houston was Miss Nellenberger because she always made class the most fun, and she was always there for people to talk to.
And my favorite teachers were Miss Minton and Miss McKinney because they were always there for me personally, and they were just so sweet.
Favorite teachers probably Miss Cox, Miss Plaisance, Coach Irby, Miss Christie.
One of my favorite teachers, or teachers I'm going to miss the most, would have to be a tie between Miss Mullings, just because of how much I learned in her class and how interested I am in medicine, and then Miss McKinney, just because I didn't have Miss McKinney in high school, but I had her in middle school, and as she's transferred into high school, she still kept in touch with me. She wrote one of my most important recommendations for a huge scholarship, and she's been there for me the entire time, so I love her.
Miss Purcell, Miss Garrison, Miss Mullings, and Miss Minton. They were just always really sweet to me. Anything I needed them to do, they always got it done like super fast. I could talk to them about anything and they were really understanding with their students, and you could just tell they really loved teaching in general.
Miss Kinney, Miss Osmond, and Miss Mulling. They were the best.
I have a billion, so I made a list. Miss Phillips, T. Spain, Jackie Smith, Miss Garrison, Coach Benzing, Mr. Ross, and Coach Quinn.
Seabolt. And Berryman. Gotta give her a shout out, love her.
Miss Jacqueline Smith, she was my math teacher in 9th and 10th grade, and she just helped me a lot. Miss Mullings, she was always just funny. I've learned a lot from her. And Miss Cressman, she was just a really good teacher. She was my psychology teacher.
Either Miss Cox, 11th grade English, or Miss Plaisance, 10th and 11th grade social studies.
Miss Plaisance, she is such a great teacher. She cares about her students a whole lot, and she does a lot with Beta. And I took A Push AP US History with her, and I feel like I learned a lot of US history and other things outside of the subject, outside of the material, but also of US history. And she's so passionate about her subject that I feel that she's a great teacher, and she truly cares for all of her students.
I loved Mr. Boyer, Mr. Reader. She was like my school mom. I would go in there and complain to her all the time.
Miss Cressman, Miss Mullings, Miss Purcell, and Miss Garrison.
Mr. College, not in the beginning, but once we started reading, I very much liked the class.
Definitely Miss Bogan. She was just someone I'm always gonna remember.
And my favorite teacher is definitely Dr. Simone. She's been there for me for 4 years in the classroom and helped me with a lot of things outside of the classroom as well, with college selection and a bunch of other issues.
Teacher is Miss Moline. It's not even like a question. It's Miss Moline because I love Miss Moline with all my dear heart and soul.
As far as English, Miss Garrison and Dr. Suchman really invested in me as a writer and encouraged me to keep on going and saw potential in me.
Favorite teacher was Mrs. McKinney. She was so nice to me. She was just light in my life. I'm just grateful that I could be a student of hers. She was just such an amazing woman. I love her.
Was definitely Hamilton because he taught the class where I can just make films for a grade in school, which is really cool, and he's a great guy, great teacher.
Mr. Hamilton or Mr. Boyer, but Mr. Hamilton's class was one of those classes you could always go to and just have fun. Whether you had a bad day, a good day, you could go in there and just have fun. Whether it was creating music videos or doing the news or any of that stuff, doing movie trailers, it was just so much fun.
I have to be Mr. U because, well, he's funny.
What I'm going to miss about Houston, just all the friends that I've made over the last 4 years, especially the senior ones that are going to be going away to college.
Favorite teacher is Miss A because she nice, helping a lot of students. She like my another mom in school.
Favorite teachers would be Miss Garrison, Miss Cox, and Miss Poole, and Miss Smith, of course. They were all just really good teachers, and they were all very passionate about what they did, so I love them so much.
Obviously, for me, that's going to be Mr. Uhiron because I've had criminal justice with him for 3 years. Super nice, just all-around amazing guy.
Miss Cox, Dr. Simone because she's my mom, Trav because he's my dad and they're married, and also Dr. Ducey and Miss Kennedy and Coach Irby, and that's it.
My favorite teacher is Miss McKinney.
I had her for 9th and 11th grade, and then I was TA for her 12th grade. I just could not have her as a teacher. She was so sweet and was there for me whenever I needed her.
My favorite teacher and the person I'm going to miss the most would definitely be Miss Wilder, the reference librarian. I've been her TA for the past 2 years, and even though I didn't always, do my TA duties, I had a lot of homework sometimes. She never cared. She was so supporting and loving, and if I ever needed advice, she was there, life-wise, school-wise, whatever. She was the person to go to. I'm going to miss her.
One, Miss Mullings. I've had Miss Mullings for 4 years. I went through all of her classes, and I was in HOSA, and I was a HOSA officer this year. So it was really nice just getting to bond with somebody for that long. So, yeah. And then my second favorite teacher is Miss Garrison. I had her for honors English in 11th grade. And she honestly helped me, and she was so inspirational because she helped me gain confidence in my writing, and I kind of fell in love with writing.
Mr. Robinson, Mr. Hamilton, can't forget him.
My favorite teacher are Miss Gilbert, Miss Norwood, Miss Puri, Miss A, Mr. Queen, and Cosmo.
My favorite teacher would have to either be Miss Phillips, Miss Poole, or Miss Kennedy, because all three of them, they really helped make me who I am today, as well as the guidance counselor, Miss Kreitz. They all really were there for me when I needed them, and not just academically, but like socially too.
I got a couple. Mr. Juno, Coach Morris, and Mr. Quinn.
My favorite teacher was definitely Miss Amber. She was someone that I've had since I was a sophomore, and she always motivated me to keep pushing myself, be the best that I could be, always motivated me, was always there if I needed someone to talk to.
I have a list. Jason Middlecoff, Andrea Cox, John Travers, Michael Robinson.
Would have to be Mr. William Houston, my mechatronics teacher. He's his room's in the A building, hallway to get to the A building. He was an awesome teacher. I learned a lot from him.
Coach Bell, Mr. College A. Those are my personal favorite.
Are Miss Mullings and Miss McKinney. Miss McKinney is one of my favorites because she's like so nice, and Miss Mullings is my other favorite because she's just like a great person to talk to, and she's really honest, and like she always keeps stuff like 100% with me.
Miss Cressman, because I love her.
I wish I had her.
AKA Miss Bun Bun.
My favorite teacher from Houston High School was Benzing.
My name is Graydon Santel, and over the past 4 years, I've had many teachers that I've loved at Houston High, but I'd have to say my favorite are Mr. Quinn and Mr. Boyer.
Miss McKinney, she just helped me out through when I was in her class all the time. She's a really sweet teacher.
My favorite teacher was Miss A because she's like a mom to me in high school, and wherever I'm feeling down, I'm sad, or I'm upset about work and stuff and personal issues, like having problems understanding and trying to pay attention, she was there for me every step of the way.
Probably Miss Allsbrook. She's really down to earth, and she does a really good job at teaching you what life is all about.
My favorite teacher is Coach Buford because he was real cool and laid back, and when I was going through a hard time freshman year, he was there for me.
My favorite teacher is hands down Mr. Hamilton.
Dr. Simone, because she helped me out so... Shut! My favorite teacher is Dr. Simone. She's just such a great person, helps out everyone in the school.
I think my favorite teacher is probably Mr. Spillman, who helped me with my drawing and painting skills.
But I think my overall favorite subject teacher while I've been there is Miss Osment because she made English extremely enjoyable, and honestly she is the most relatable teacher that I've ever had.
If you're in Miss Smith's class for math freshman year, you know what I'm talking about.
I think I heard it.
I think I heard it.
I think I heard it.
To make me laugh. So my teacher is because she has the black and laugh.
My favorite teacher is Cal Christie because she makes me laugh. So my teacher impersonation is of her because she has the best laugh.
You think you have an opinion? No, I have the only correct opinion, but I'll gladly hear yours so I can explain how you're wrong.
So what is the best form of government? And like some kid in class and just yell, communism! And he just sits there, he just goes, you're fired.
What did the Irby family eat for dinner last night?
I think I'm gonna do Miss Mullings because I was around her the most. So she'll always be like, first period? What are y'all doing? Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Look at these kids. What are they doing? Football.
Best day ever.
Okay, folks, get out your laptop. We got some catch up to do. Iowa, the best football team out there, and the Cowboys, don't even get me started.
Probably just the comfort of it, because, you know, we're going on to like a whole nother stage in our life.
Going to the football games, pep rallies, and I'm just going to miss all of my friends from Houston.
The community itself. Walking down the hallways to and from school or to a class and seeing all your friends and your teachers and everyone just always saying hi and being very welcoming and open was something that I enjoyed coming to school to have, and something that I'm going to miss a lot going into college.
What I'm going to miss the most is just goofing around with my friends and seeing them every day and having fun.
All the people, they're really cool. Sometimes they be fake, not really.
Is seeing my friends every day, and also our parking lot conversations in the morning were super fun, like highlight of my years.
Is my volleyball teammates because we got along so well, and all the memories I've created with every single one of my friends and all the new friends I've gained this year alone.
When the hallways would be decorated sometimes, so like whether that was for Christmas or I think one time we did something for March Madness, that was always just really fun, and it gave something exciting to our school day.
Classy versus trashy games, those were really fun, and I'm gonna miss, like that school spirit and being in student government and enjoying to be a Mustang and to be proud of being a Mustang.
I think what I'll miss the most about Houston is probably the mornings in the parking lot, like just getting to sit with my friends and like hang out with them before school.
We're gonna miss the most of like seeing all my friends since we're all going in very different directions, as well as just having that experience with all the people in the same class. Like we're never gonna have the same type of experience like that.
I'm gonna miss walking into school with my friends, probably the most.
It's being a Diamond Girl all 4 years and baseball every spring.
And what I'll miss most about Houston is getting to see all my friends together in one place and singing with my friends in choir.
I think what I'm going to miss most about Houston would have to be track, honestly, and the faculty and coaches that helped me get to where I am today.
I'm going to miss all the nice friends who would talk to me in the hall and high five and fist bump when I saw them.
And is sitting in the car with my friends and just being goofy, and
It's probably the friends that I have made, the choir program especially, but mostly the friends that I've made, especially my best friends, Kayla, Monica, and Paris, and Caleb. I love them all with my dear heart and soul.
I'm gonna miss my friends the most, and like our senior class was literally the bomb.com, and all my teachers, because they really pour into our lives and love us a whole lot, and it's kind of amazing. I'm gonna miss the cheer team and the track team and my cheer coaches and everybody on my team and literally just everything, because high school is like the best years of my life so far.
I think it would just be like the fun school spirit that some people have, just like the way that they act and the way that they really, I guess, treat the school in general. And I just really think that it's amazing to see people how they are
The school itself, the teachers, the students, the whole body, the emotions just shared at Houston through the halls, all the great times that I've had.
The thing I'm going to miss the most about Houston is just the amazing teachers and all the great friends I've made.
You know, hanging out with all your friends. You know, you have a lot of friends that you probably won't see either ever again or for a while because, you know, growing up, you're moving on, everyone's going to college. So I'm probably going to miss that because some of these kids I've been going to school with since I was even in preschool. Some mostly kindergarten, but I mean, I have a couple friends that I went to preschool with. Like, I've known them basically my whole life.
I'm going to miss my friends so much. I really miss my friends. And I miss my teachers too. I actually liked all of my teachers. They're really nice and really cool.
The classes I have with my friends, just because, you know, my friends are great, obviously, and I'm going to miss having those classes with them where I could just sort of, like, hang out and not take everything as seriously.
I'm going to miss saying S God and people understanding what that means, like chanting S God at the football games and pep rallies and basketball games. And I'm not going to miss the lines to leave school. Like, I'm not going to miss that at all.
This Friday nights, me and my friends would dress up and support each theme and support our Houston Mustangs, and especially senior year, we did really good. And I just loved, you know, running out on the field whenever we won. And it was just a great night.
Friendship and hallway teacher will probably be the Friday nights, getting to spend them in the stands with my friends, getting to cheer on the football team, especially this year because they did really good this year, and it was just amazing.
Is definitely going to be playing in the trumpet section with my best friends Owen, Olivia, and Valerie.
I loved it, and high school has really been amazing, and Houston has really given me the best experience of my life. So I just want to say thank you for 4 wonderful, amazing years. And for one last time, go Mustangs.
Senior shout out, JB Lenore.
I'd like to give my senior shout out to JB, Christian, and Benham Stiegel.
Coach Martin, because even though she wasn't there my freshman year, not my sophomore year, she was my coach sophomore year and has been with me ever since, and is like a second mom to me, and she's just so sweet and amazing, and I love her so much.
The girl gang. If you know, you know.
A shout out to my boy Alex Marler. You know, you're gonna be taking over coding kids, so good luck with that. Shout out to Ronick and Ronick, Harry, and Alex and Martin. You know, you guys have fun in band.
Coach Gibbs, the track and field coach, he got me to stay after only jumping for 1 year and only jumping in a few meets. But with a lot of hard work, he showed me all that I could be and the talent that I had. And he really believed in me, and I really appreciated that.
I want to give a senior shout out to Bramford, Christian, Amorion, Kirby, and that's pretty much about it.
I want to shout out the juniors. Y'all know who you are. The Houston Model UN, most stressful club, also one of the most fun. All of our friends, all the honors and AP kids that we had every single class with. You know, like we had the same kids in every single class. H&N News. Gonna miss that. Love film.
I want to give a shout out to all my friends in the gaming club and my sister Bella.
Shout out to all my friends. Shout out to Miss Moline. Shout out to all the teachers that I've had. You know, Miss Johnson, Mr. Quinn, Mr. College, all of you guys. I'm thankful for all of you guys. And, you know, I'm glad that you, have been part of my senior year experience.
Mr. Houston, my mech teacher. That guy is awesome. Any other kids have him next year or the year beyond, please take mechatronics. You won't regret it.
And I want to send a senior shout out just to all my best friends. You know who you are. You helped take a little shy 9th grade girl and push me out of my comfort zone and loved me and supported me. And here I am now, ready to take on college. And I have to thank Houston for that too. You really prepared me for the real world.
Shout out to my brother. How would you say it? Good job, Max.
My shout out going to be Captain How that I need cover and the I to come way to go to college. Okay.
My shout out goes to Mrs. Kathy Jones, Ms. A, Mrs. Cochran, and Mrs. Ellis. Thanks to them, I am ready to go to college in August.
I want to give a shout out to Anna Holtz because she will be my roomie next year at Mississippi State University, and I'm very excited about that. So here's to the next 4 years.
The cheer team for always being there for me and helping me win some national titles and helping me accomplish a lot. I want to shout out Trav for being silly and also like letting me be myself every day. I like really appreciate that. I want to shout out Miss Schmidt for letting me cry in her office.
I guess shout out to Miss P. She was always really nice to me and wrote me a lot of teacher recommendations.
Not this on my favorite teachers, but I love Miss Poole. She is one of my favorite teachers too. I love, just meeting with her, learning about the shells, and petting the chicks. Also have to give a shout out to the teaching English squad. I love all of y'all. And and Miss Schmidt, like, she has been really someone I've looked up to this year, and she's helped me through a lot, and I really appreciate it.
Shout out to Houston Soccer. I hope they are able to get another state championship pretty soon.
Tập xin nhau to shout out for it Logan Freno, Morgan Davies, Morgan Dorsey, Lincoln Pear, and Stephanie Chang, aka Yuhan Chan.
Shout out to Mr. Quinn and Coach Brock, both of them legendary teachers. If you had them, you know.
A senior shout out goes to Miss Garrison for just being my role model and my spirit animal. I mean, she's just a strong Black woman. I love everything about her. So yeah. And then also senior shout out to Future Trend. Girl, you got this. Keep going. I know it might be a little rough right now, but keep going, okay? Don't give up. Just keep on praying. And I love you. Go.
Give a shout out to Dior Temarova.
Shout out to DJ Draper, because he had to move junior year, I think, to Arkansas, away from here where like all of his friends are.
I want to send a shout out to Hayden, Ethan, Logan, and basically all the people that I know that are going to Memphis. We made it, and Corona didn't get the best of us. We're going to graduate, and I can't wait to see you all on campus next year, and thank you all so much for sticking with me for so long.
And shout out to Miss Bowen for being the best substitute teacher ever.
I want to give a senior shout out to Miss Regan. Miss Linda Regan is the best guidance counselor ever.
Michaela Camper.
You got a camera?
Yeah, she's been your best buddy since 9th grade.
Way back 9th grade.
Yeah, you love Michaela, huh?
I'd like to give a senior shout out to Miss Fisher and Miss Schmidt.
All the people who had my back and actually helped me in a time where I was really down back in the 11th grade. So I'm thankful for the friends I have and still have today, and thank you, really.
I would like to shout out the Shiesty Chronicles group chat. That was the senior group chat. If you were in it, if you know, you know.
To all of my friends and classmates, you guys made my year really fun. There were some days where all I would do was just laugh in class because a lot of my classmates were just funny.
And I want to give a senior shout out to Coach Becky because she's been there for me my entire 4 years. She's always been a person I could go to. She's always been someone that helped me with anything that I needed. I could always come to her about questions or just talk to her if I needed someone to talk to.
My senior shout out goes to none other than Miss Garrison. I love her. She's been not really just a teacher for me, but also a mentor. And if I ever needed someone to talk to just about anything, she was always willing to listen to me. If I needed to rant, she was always there to give me advice. So I really appreciate her and everything she's done for me.
And I especially want to thank Miss Kinney, the senior counselor, for everything that she's done for me and for the school. And I just appreciate her so much and everything that she does. And I also want to thank Trav for putting up with and answering all my weird theoretical physics and philosophical questions, and always incorporating current news into the first 15 minutes or all of class.
My girl Hannah, best friend, day one.
I'm going to send my senior shout out to the entire Student Government Association. I love all of y'all so much. Spang, gang, or die.
Send a senior shout out to my friend Zach for always just being a homie.
Miss Schmidt, I feel like she's underrated and needs more help.
Shout out to my family. They believed in me these 4 years, and they've just been amazing and supportive.
I miss seeing my friends every day, and Mr. Middlecoff and Miss Osmond and some of my favorite teachers.